Congratulations.
Congrats.
Look, baby, you made it.
Oh my God.
Congratulations. Look, nigga, you made it.
We made it, baby.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
The whole world made it.
You woke up on TV, Facebook, and YouTube. Log in,
Never
tap
forget
in.
this. First, go and dust off your shoulder. There's an odor when it's death, but I don't sister with corona. I heard he up in labs, mixing it with pneumonia. But ammonia is my people to target at any moment. We will not die. My spirit fight to live, even though Satan walked the earth, he can't have my wife and kids. Sometimes life is like jail when you better do your bid. I used to rub my bitch scalp till she traded for a wig. Man, but still, she beautiful. I used to hold her in my heart and now she moving through. Coursing in my veins so plain and now you see the proof. A tear can drop right now, but nigga, what that mean to you? If you ain't never had love, snatch you in the moment, keep it going. Your performance is greater than your endurance. Whatever pass or pass back plus tax and insurance. But make sure your ideas are still run concurrent, with the creator who made from find us vapors. Blew breath into the lungs for all young ones to savor. No regret, young cadet, but address me as major. I had stripes in the field before you ever did favors. But still, congratulations. Look, young nigga, you made it. To the world, congratulations. I wished all of us made it. What if I asked, what is the path that you took this year? Well, problems came with money, but money is how we cook in here. I did it from the mother with love. I don't need cookers here. The ocean of commotion is promotion when you push your peers. No longer will I stand for lies, I'ma speak the truth. My pride will also give you the vibes to keep you out the loop. The poor will inherit the earth. We got a lot of truth. My spirit reinforces the verse. Come and get a scoop. Don't knock on my door. Death be easy. I was fighting to the end because my grandbabies need me. So my daddy passed life, rocking in the TP. He spoke easy, best believe me. Protect all the Nefertiti's. Family comes first. Issues come after. The pain gon' hurt, but then comes after. No complaining while it's raining, while invading certain captures. There's a promise in the end. You'll see it in the rapture. Let truth be truth. Get out your dagger. Let proof be proof. We call it swagger. When you dealing with your brother, we start climbing up the ladder. When we all love each other, we'll find out what matters is roper. Congratulations. Look, nigga, you made it. Congratulations, world. We all made it.
Yo, SUC in the building. We back with another one, family. We back. We working over here at the source. You know what I'm saying? We've been churning out debate after debate. You know what I'm saying? Last weekend we had a doubleheader. You know what I'm saying? This weekend we're going to have a debate. You know, I'm going to be back in the ring versus Greg Phillips. And we're going to be debating on the existence of Abraham. So you guys don't want to miss that this Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm telling y'all, I will not disappoint. So make sure you guys are there this Saturday, 7 p.m. And like I said, it's going to be a Scholastic Rumble. But as you can see in the title, today we're trying to set some things in order for a future debate that may be happening in 2 weeks between myself and the brother Gideon Steppa. So right now we're just going to hash out a few things in the preliminary, make sure we're clear on each other's premises so we can make it happen. With no further ado, let me address the panel. Gideon Steppa, introduce yourself and let the people know who you are.
Shalom. This is your brother Gideon Yardin Israel. Just the brother who came to get knowledge of self and his nation. And just, hit a bill. I admire what these brothers doing over here. So I definitely just come to share the information and, reason about some of it and even, get in with it. But it's all respect, it's all love, at least on my end. Appreciate these brothers for coming out, spending their time, people listening. Shalom.
All right, we also got Brother Yashub in the building. He will be moderating this discussion today. So Yashub, you can just let the people know who you are.
Khan, this is Yashub, representing True Jew Ministry. I will be moderating, like the brother Yashub said. So we're gonna try to keep it in order, brothers. All right.
We also got the brother Blue Mantis, man, a big supporter of the channel, man. I see him on all our videos showing love. Blue Mantis, just let the people know who you are, man.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Just showing love and respect to the brothers and to the panel, you know, trying to be an a strong wall to my brothers and show love and support. You know what I mean? That's what it is.
Indeed, indeed, indeed. And we also got, last but not least, LV Europa, the brother with the bars. You know what I'm saying? This brother show a lot of love to the channel too. Let the people know who you are, brother.
LV Europa, Europa Report TV on Facebook and YouTube. If you thought that was amazing, go to the Source Debate League on YouTube as well. Source Up and Shut Up. It's not a debate, it's a stick up.
That's a fact. That's a whole fact. So we're going to get right into it. I believe Gideon and I had a conversation prior to this about what we'll be actually debating. I come from the standpoint that you don't have to be what we call Negro in order to be. Oh, we got a moderator, CEO in the building.
Yo.
So we were just about to get started, but you can go ahead and moderate the preliminary between Gideon and I. I was just talking about what we already discussed. I come from the background of I don't believe that phenotype determines if you're an Israelite or not, because a lot of people are pushing the narrative that you have to look Negro or Sub-Saharan African in order to be an Israelite. And I come from a totally different paradigm where it doesn't matter who you look like. It's all about your pedigree. So, I mean, Gideon, you find any fault in that? Anything that you might want have any points of contentions on?
Well, from what you just said, I agree, but I know there's something where we can, debate amongst each other. All right, so I agree that an Israelite can be, he can come in any what we call phenotype. But what I'm saying is that, say for instance, like you might have a Japanese Jew, right? He's totally phenotypically, genetically, culturally, everything. He's Asian, but he can be a natural born Israelite due to the fact that his father, father to the 10th generation, he goes back to Jacob and his 12 sons, which were what we call sub-Saharan black. He goes back to that phenotype. So
Well,
although
that kills the whole phenotype argument, bro.
no, but this right, but this is where I'm gonna finish, and I think this is where we differ. We have a misunderstanding. The thing where I see, not you brothers, or not you, Yeremiah, not the thing where I think the brothers get the misunderstanding is that, so for instance, we have the Native American, which I am, like, that's even in my title, Cushite Israelite, because I feel that the Native American comes from the son of Ham. But what I see the issue is, when I see brothers do, they would ascribe, instead of saying like, okay, the Native American, you can say that some Native Americans are Israelites, but you cannot say the genetic phenotypical foundation of Native American or of the Caribbean are of Israelite stock. You see what I'm saying? Like that phenotype that we see of the Hispanic, of the Mexican, of the Latino, of the even going further back, the Taino or the Arawak, those are not Shemites. Now, can a Shemite have come amongst them being a man and having children, and those sons, those successive sons, those are Israelites, but they would look just like their mother's tribe or their mother's nation. So that's why I think we can kind of hash out in that area right there.
So you're saying they would have to look like their mother? They would have to look a certain way to be considered an Israelite. If they look, let's say, East Asian or what we call Native American, right? Then they're no longer considered Israelites. Is that what you're saying?
Or even Caucasian.
No, they can say they're Israel, but what they would have to acknowledge is that the culture that was in the Americas is not Israelite culture. The Israelite culture that they're claiming came from Israel via the migration routes that we see, and the ones that we mainly speak about, the ones in Africa, they could have come and commingled with that Native American population. So basically, like when I hear certain brothers on the corner say, I'm gonna be a little let me in here. I need some wind for this because it'd be long when they say it. When they say the Native American, the Hispanic, the Latino, the Caribbean, and the black man are the Israelites. That's kind of like misleading, when they say that.
They say of Negro and Native descent.
Okay, well, I agree with that, but
that's what's being
Kakazak,
taught on the streets, bro.
But Kakazak is not of Negro descent. Now his father might be, but
I know what we can debate now. So you saying your mother and your father got to be Israelites in order for you to be an Israelite?
No, I'm saying just your father. but listen what I'm saying. His father is the Negro type. Like his father looked like you and me. His father doesn't look like you know what I'm saying? Like a
Caucasian.
Right.
So why is he not an Israelite if he descends from someone that you accept as an Israelite? That's the part you're losing me on. You're losing me there. Shouldn't Katazai be an Israelite if you accept his father as an Israelite? And from your opinion, in your perspective?
Well, yes, he is, but what I'm saying is the diffusion, like he's like, it's almost like every Israelite is a Hebrew, but not every Hebrew is an Israelite, right? Meaning that yes, he is an Israelite, but he looks and he's genetically tied to the people that are indigenous to the Americas, meaning that even though he looks like them, he's actually one of us. But the ones that look like him are not us. You see what I'm saying? So you can't
No,
like
I don't understand that at all.
you just can't say every Dominican, you can't say every Native American, you can't say every Mexican is an Israelite.
I agree with you.
Say that.
I agree with you there. I have no qualms with that. I don't go the absolutist route because you can't prove everybody that's in that group is an Israelite.
Right.
So if that's not a point of contention for me. What I thought you were coming with was that you have to look Negro or Sub-Saharan African Negro, in your words, right? In order to be Israelite.
Oh, nah. I mean, if that's how I came across, like, nah, because nah. Even like if I believe that, then I would have to abandon the whole Sephardic Israelite being black. You know what I'm saying? Because they eventually came to start looking white.
Exactly.
You know so,
exactly. A lot of people don't understand that. Yep.
And that's what they play on. Like the people who are against that, that's what they play on, and it's easy to play on it. And like even though we're supposed to be going at it right now, that's why and I told this to Moore, I can appreciate you brothers' patience for even going through North Africa, because Like it's real easy to dismiss them as Arab looking or white looking, but in actuality, they are actually, not that. But you would have to peel away so much information. Whereas I go through East Africa, Central Africa to West Africa because like they was niggas in the beginning and to the end, So yeah, But yeah, it's
All
pretty
right, let
much
me let me,
like
let me say this. Let me say this, Gideon. Right. This whole pheno argument, you just killed that whole argument when you said that the Sephardic started to appear as Arab or Arab phenotype, but yet they were still Sephardic. They still was Jews. They still was Israelites.
Right.
See, this is the problem when we get into it, man. It sounds like to me the statements you made about the people of North Central and South America is more of a act or a state of contention, because there's so much evidence that a multitude of these groups that were over here are Israelites. I mean, it's just overwhelming, right? So I don't know, Yashub, if you want to deal with that as a point of contention, but the
But see,
phenotype argument
this
is
right,
dead.
right. This is where me and you could probably have a further discussion, because the difference between the Sephardic Jew, so-called, and the Native American argument is you're dealing with the Sephardic Jew, you're dealing with you can quantify them as like one people group, whereas in the Americas, it's dozens of people groups. And for you just can't say all of those people in the Americas were Israelites, whereas you can say all of the Sephardim are Israel, because for one, that's where they're saying they come from. So if they say they come from Israel, then it's only evident they're coming from sub-Saharan stock that eventually turned into what we see as the Sephardim today. So it's different because it's too many peoples over in the Caribbean and the Americas. Whereas, the Sephardim are, like I say, a specific, ethno group.
What about the original people? You spoke about the Taino. You talked about, some of the people of the original peoples of the North, Central, and South America. You don't believe none of them are Israelites?
I mean, I do. I mean, I believe that, Israelites as well as Phoenicians and Carthaginians, been in the Americas, way before the European been there. But again, I can't, no one, I mean, I'm not going to say that all of those peoples were Israelites. You could just look at the archaeological evidence,
So the only problem you have is that you think that when Israelites are standing on the corner, you thinking that they're speaking in absolutes. You thinking they're saying all.
I mean, that's how they say it, yeah. That's
Bro,
how they say it. That's how they say it, and not only say it, but portray it.
So they don't distinguish between the children of Spaniards. You don't think they distinguish that?
I mean, that's something I would have to ask them, but from the blanket statement that they're
I'm on
making,
the streets. I'm on the streets.
right.
I'm on the streets. I have an Israelite camp that I run. We're on the streets every week, and we're distinguishing. You understand? We're not talking about the children of Spaniards. When they say of Negroid native descent, that automatically excludes children of Spaniards.
Right. But when you say of Negro descent, you're not excluding the Hamite, though.
Of course. So you're saying that Ham are also being called Negro?
What I'm saying is the ancient man of the Americas is what we call a Hamite.
What? So you just spoke in absolutes. You see what you just did, brother? You see what you just did, brother?
Right.
You just did exactly what you're claiming that
But
they're
see,
doing.
but this is what you gotta. This is what I'm saying, though, Yeremy Yahoo. That when I say the son Hamites, I'm talking about the sons of Ham. Ham had many sons, right? So when I say they're the sons of Ham, I'm saying like the foundational peopling of the Americas was by Hamites and definitely not by Israelites. And I really don't see evidence of the sons of Shem peopling
Oh
the
Lord,
area.
man, you
I
can
have, I have, I
y'all
have
stop,
a contention there.
y'all stop just jumped in the building.
I could be wrong about that though. But
Oh, y'all want the debate? But I got a contention.
What's going on? What's going on here, man? I heard something about Hamites, man. What's going on? Tell me what's going on in here, man.
I knew y'all stop wasn't gonna take that too lightly, man. You
Yeah,
understand?
what's going on in here, brother? Just clarify. I was only in here for 2 minutes, and I'm like, what the hell is going on, man? Did this brother say the indigenous people of the Americas are Hamites?
That's what he said.
Oh my God, brother!
who would you say they
Hold
are?
on, are you saying I'm a Hamite?
Who
That's
are
what
you?
he's saying, brother.
Who am I?
Right.
I'm what historical record would call a Taino Indian from the island of Puerto Rico.
Right.
Okay.
So you're
And,
saying I'm a Hamite?
okay, so you're saying we are what, a Shemite, an Israelite?
I'm saying I am an Israelite from the tribe of Ephraim, particularly, but I'm a yield the Ephraimite, but I'm just gonna let you know I am an Israelite.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. So this is what I was saying.
Go ahead, brother.
I was saying that I'm not gonna say no Israelites came to the Americas, right? What I'm not also not gonna say is that every Native American indigenous to this land is an Israelite. You can't say that.
Well, let's talk about the Taino in specific, right?
Mhm.
Are the Tainos Israelites or Hamites?
From the information that I've gathered, I would say no. I would say they are Hamites.
Mm.
Why? I need to know why. I need to know. Please tell me. Tell
Why?
me how I'm a Hamite, brother. Go ahead.
So you say you're a Taino, right?
Yes.
All right. So what does your history say? Because
Want me to tell you what
the
my history says?
yeah yeah
Absolutely. No problem, brother. Boricua, right?
right.
What does that mean? What language is this?
Explain it to me.
It comes from the two root words Barak Yah, right? Or blessing of God. Okay? So Barak Yah, which is a Hebrew word, and for some reason, when you go to Genesis 49, uh the Lord was just giving a whole bunch of Barak Yahs to Joseph.
Facts.
But that's besides the point. You understand what I'm saying? But why would the very people of the island, right, say Barak Yah? You see, now me and my family in particular, and I don't want to get too personal, but I'm gonna get a little personal. My family in particular actually has an oral tradition, right, from the Taino Indians that when they had their children, they would bring them up to the mountains and say 3 times, Barak Yah, Barak Yah, Barak Yah, right? But and why would the indigenous people of Puerto Rico be speaking a quote unquote dialect of Hebrew? Why would that be happening?
Okay. Yeah, I heard you, love. Can you hear me, my brothers?
Yeah, we
Yes,
can hear you,
sir.
bro.
I'm sorry, I was talking to two people at the same time. But all right. So all right, my brother. So your oral tradition gave you.
Not just my
I know.
oral tradition.
I mean, I gotta finish that word before I say another word.
No problem,
I
brother.
can't
You're
say
right.
every
You're right, brother.
blessed.
Go ahead.
Shalom. So your oral tradition, which I respect, and the linguistical ties of Bariqua to Barak Yah. All right. So I take that, right? So in like I cannot attribute that as enough information that I've seen,
You think that's
as
it?
far. Well, no, that's why I asked you. I
Oh
thought
nah,
you
I'm
was
just,
done.
right now. I'm in the boxing ring, brother. You know, you got to study the opponent first. You got to throw a couple jabs out there. You know what I'm saying?
Right, no doubt.
I'm not going to throw a haymaker and knock you out with the first swing, brother. I'm gonna throw a couple jabs. I'm gonna see how you come at me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We
All
we,
right.
we could keep going.
Okay. So
But I gave you one thing, right? I gave you one little gem, little baby, little diamond that just dropped out the sky, right? Little
mhm.
baby. I need you to give me something, brother. Show me through your historicity, through your something. Give me something showing the Tainos in particular are Hamites.
All
That
right.
sound like a debate right there, boy.
All right. I would have to say from a very novice linguistic stance, being myself, that they're actually tied linguistically to the rest of the peoples in that area. Now, that word that you're speaking of could very well be a long word, or it could be very well an Israelite word. They very well could have had Israelites come and give them that knowledge, that science. But the whole bulk of the Taino, the Arawak, the Poverty Point, the Tetucan culture, all of those people have an affinity. Like like they say, don't believe half of what you hear, or half. You know how they go. So if it don't pass your eye test, then it definitely can't go past to other tests. So all of those people all of those people share the same phenotype for a reason, my brother. And the cultures that are tied to that same phenotype or in that area, they don't only attest to not being Shemitic, but they've been in that area way before Israel was even formed. So what I want to ask you, my brother, is that, when did the Taino Indian come into populate those areas?
Around 700 BC, roughly, as the scripture says. And then through oral tradition, and not just oral tradition, I'm not going to give away all my sources just in case. All right. But through oral tradition and written tradition, right? Not just from the Tainos, from many of indigenous tribes from North Central South America and the Caribbean islands, they say they came from where the sun rises, which is the east.
Okay. And the Hamites didn't come from where the sun rises?
But you got to show me linguistically, archaeology, historical references, why you come to the conclusion that the people of this land are Hamites. Because I know why I come to the conclusion, and many other brothers in this chat come to the conclusion on this live stream, that the people of this land are actually Israelites.
Okay.
But I
Right,
need to
hold on. Let me interject real quick, man. Can y'all
no
hear me?
problem.
Yeah. So, Yashub, man, listen. According to what this brother said, it is imperative that y'all have this pheno debate, because he just
He's going,
he just
he's going on the phenotype. I heard him, bro.
yeah, because he just admitted a lot of things before you came on, y'all was and I was like, well, I mean, you guys kind of moving away from it now, because he was kind of agreeing with a lot of points Joshua was making. But then his whole core of everything that the way he's viewing the Western Hemisphere is based on pheno. So, Joshua, you there?
Yeah, but I mean, I'm confused because earlier, no, I'm being serious, bro. Earlier he was like, it don't matter. Now he's saying it does matter. because if you just look at them, you can tell that they're not. So I don't understand it. Gideon, you gonna have to give clarity as far as that because I disagree wholeheartedly. You can't just look at people and tell who they are and who they come from.
Right, right. So like if you like you cannot like the Taino Indian are not Israelites.
But you
Based
got
on
but brother, you got to tell me why. You can't just say that. You got to tell me how you come to this conclusion.
Because those people had a pre-existing culture, lifestyle before Israel was even a nation.
You got to show me this in history.
I mean, that's
Are you googling this?
no, my brother, no, my brother. I'm not the
He's
one with
asking
oral.
for evidence.
I'm not the one with oral traditions as my evidence, my brother.
I don't have oral traditions as my evidence. Like I said, I threw a jab, and my jab wasn't just oral tradition. My jab was linguistics. I could do this all day.
okay. So
But what I'm asking you is, I threw a little jab. Throw a jab back. Don't just say you're gonna throw the jab. Throw a jab back so I can see if it's gonna hit me
so
or if I'ma dip it.
right. This is what I'm saying. The Native American, the indigenous Native American, and people of the Carib are not Israelites. They can have Israelites among them, but those people as a whole are not Israelites. They are not. They are not the sons of Jacob. Now you might have some cultures like I can see if like a person can say like the Olmec culture or the Yucatan. You know, they can say that those people like are specific like Israelites because they are definitely
Because and
they are definitely
that's because of phenotype, isn't it?
well, that's just because of the history of the people. Hold
Yeah,
on one second, my
let
brother.
me ask you
Go
this,
ahead.
Yawasop. Let me ask you this.
No problem.
Is there a
What's
difference
good, Yael?
between you gotta mute out Gillian?
What's good? What's good? Can you
Gideon, you
give
gotta
me
mute
one
out.
give
Hey,
me one
mute him,
second, Caillou.
Yashub. I'm on my phone. Yawasop, would you say there's a difference between the Clovis people and the Taino Indians?
Yes. But one thing I will say is how can I say this to the best of my abilities? Um the white man has clouded a lot of history through his quote unquote science. Do I actually do I just throw it all away? No. But the white man likes to act like if a lot of the people around the earth were just hunter gatherers and they were just this and that, and then out of nowhere they spring up and they begin to teach the earth agriculture and government society and all these things. So I'm very careful in what I dive into in terms of the Clovis people and Neanderthals and this and that. But I will not sit here and say that before the Israelites began to come here when they were in exile from Assyria, Solomon was coming here. And there is plenty of archaeological evidence and even biblical evidence for me to show these things within the scriptures and within archaeology. I'm not going to sit here and say other
Yeah,
nations weren't coming here.
that's a good question. Was it when Solomon was, Solomon, maybe not himself, but he was sending people over here.
Exactly.
Right. So when he was sending people over here, the question is, were there people here when he sent people over here already?
It's a very interesting question. Me, I will say la'a. I would say, how can I put this? I would say there probably was specks
of certain tribes, but as a complete whole of you see the amount of people that were here when the conquistadors came here, like
Right.
there was not
That's a
complete.
whole. That's like
Yeah, there was
almost.
not
That's almost
complete.
2,500
There was
2,500 years later. I'm
exactly.
talking about when, because I had a debate on this, right? And I had to concede to certain points because whether people understand it or not, this side of the world was a metropolis. And some of those original people here, as the brother said, were of the seed of Ham. You see what I'm saying? So when you got groups like the Tainos, because I
not
studied
just
them.
Ham, even Japheth.
Right, yeah, because
that's the angle I go with. I bring up the Japheth.
Yeah, absolutely. Because remember, he was sending ships from Ebion Giza. You know what I'm saying? And he was sending people from Tarshish. This is in the scriptures. So he was sending these people here, and they were gathering a whole bunch of stuff. So of course, even in a travel, there's gonna be people who's gonna be like, "I'm gonna chill here." Yeah, I probably would have did it. I probably would have did it like this. Nice. I'm about to build something here.
Well, the problem is what we get into, because we campers, right? So some of the problems that we get into is that when we go to second Esdras,
I'm here, my brothers. Excuse me. Go ahead.
All right, no sweat. When we get into second Esdras and we hit it with the major line, a land never mankind dwelt, right? So we said, see, that's talking about the Western Hemisphere because the Israelites were the first over here. That's not what that's talking about, man.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So that's no different. If there's a metropolis here, in let's say Mexico City, right? Let's say it's a metropolis there in central Mexico, right? And then we decide that we want to move to Florida. There's nobody in fucking Florida, bro. You see what I'm saying? That's still a land where never man dwelt. I mean, it is, because the metropolis is over there. You understand? So we kind of get into muddy waters when it comes to that. They try to use that against us.
Because I'm one of the main ones in my camp that teach Northern Kingdom history, because that's mainly what I have put my studies within. So one of the things that's exactly what I teach. I don't teach that there wasn't people over here, but there wasn't such a high population of people here that I could sit here and say, look at these great kingdoms.
Right.
Nah, but that's not true, bro. You had great kingdoms, bro. You had the Aztec empires, the Mayan empire,
which are Israelites, brother. Those are Israelites, brother.
Right.
Those are Israelites. The word Mayan is Hebrew. The word Aztec is Hebrew. The word Mexico is Hebrew. I'm not even going to give it away what that means. These things are the word Michigan is Hebrew. The word Mississippi is Hebrew. These are all Hebrew origins, brother.
Right. So I was just speaking to my brother, and I was explaining to him, like, so say for instance, like, if I had a child with a Japanese woman, and that son had a child with another Japanese woman, and that son had a child, that son, he's gonna look Asian, but he's gonna be an Israelite.
Absolutely.
So what I see a lot of brothers trying to do is they say all the Asians are Israelites, but you can't do that. Even though that brother is phenotypically Asian, that does not make him an Israelite by phenotype.
I have never heard no camp or organization say all Asians are Israelites. I ain't never heard that.
Me either.
But now that's what
you're just using that as an example, right?
No, you gotta move it to the concept we're talking about, Yahoo.
Yeah, you using that as an example. I understand what he's doing. That's just an example.
Thank you. So you cannot say, in my opinion, that the Taino, the Aztec, the Mayans are Israelites. You can say that Israelites have been.
So let me rephrase it.
The whole people of them.
Let me rephrase it then, brother. The majority
of the people from North Central South America and Caribbean islands are Israelites. The majority, not the minority, the majority.
Right, but that's even that's
I wouldn't say that. Me myself, I wouldn't make that. Would you make that statement, Yashub?
I'm 50-50 on it. I'm 50-50 on it. I'm open, I don't
Yeah,
like
it's hard. It's hard, Yawasop, man, to make that, to say the majority. I don't know, man, because Hosea chapter 16 kind of hurts that argument, right? We read Hosea, it says that the northern kingdom would be in the midst of the heathen, right? So that kind of leads toward a minority, bro.
man,
But that's just
you ran our brother off, man. What you do that for, man?
I was just, I mean, because listen, this is something dear to me, man.
Go.
You know. But hey,
Salaki,
Joshua, I don't want to take over your show, man. You know what I'm saying?
Salaki, I don't know
and
what
him.
happened. Can you repeat that, brother?
Look, listen. This Yawasop and Gideon's preliminary now. You know what I'm saying?
Nah. I'm not taking over nothing. I gotta go soon anyway. I gotta teach class soon, man. You know,
and
No,
y'all stop. I just want to say, bro.
I seen y'all was live. I popped in because I heard something about I was a Hamite, so I had to pop in real quick. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
one thing most camps teach, and this is most camps. We don't teach that just because you're from the island of Puerto Rico, you're an Ephraimite, man.
Right.
You understand? The
Right.
spirit beareth witness who the sons of the living God are. We understand that there's Edomites on the island of Puerto Rico. I understand that there's Moabites in Mexico. You understand what I'm saying? I understand a lot of these things, and this is one thing I teach. But one thing I always say is the spirit beareth witness. You understand? You can't always go by how somebody looks, man. The perfect example I always use is Bob Marley. Look at my man Bob Marley. From the naked eye, I'll be like, that's Jake, man, and he's an Edomite. And then look at Blake Griffin's sons, right? From the naked eye, his sons look like Edomites, but those are Levites. You understand what I'm saying? But Jeremiah, what's that scripture you quoted?
I'm sorry, brother. I want to engage this with you so bad, but I just need a couple of minutes. But I'm on the phone with my Aki, but we're trying to take care of some business, which ain't really nothing to it. But 1 second, but I apologize. But brothers on.
No problem, brother. Hey, Jeremiah, what was that scripture you went to in Hosea so I could see what you're talking about?
Hosea 8:8 says that the northern kingdom I said Hosea 16 at first, but it's Hosea 8:8 where it says that the northern kingdom will be amongst the Gentiles.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So for me, it's like I wouldn't make the statement that the people of North Central and South America, the Israelites, are the majority. I would say that the Israelites came here, made major metropolis themselves, but there were people here when they got here. And when I use the word metropolis, that's to let people know that there were multiple people that was traveling here, whether it be Japhet or Ham or
that's
Shem.
just a fact. That's just a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, I wouldn't say that because it put me in a box. If I say the majority of the people over there, that puts me in a box because now these people.
The main reason why I will say the majority are Israelites. See, I'm not saying 90%. I'm just saying majority. For instance, I've traveled a lot of places in the United Snakes of America, I like to call it, right? And by the numbers, they'll tell you there's more white people in America than blacks and Hispanics. I don't believe that off of what I see and what I've experienced, because I've been to many different ghettos, from Chicago to Houston to Cleveland to and where I'm from in New York, and I see the amount of how vast we are and even my family, right? My great grandmother had almost 30 children with the same man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a lot of babies, man. And that's just my family. And that's not to count. I know a lot of brothers that come from family members that 14, 15 kids, and these dudes is all in their young 20s. You know what I'm saying? So the reason why I say that is because I know that wherever we go, we multiply, we don't die. You know what I'm saying? We have a lot of kids everywhere we go, man. Just like
Whatever it makes it hard when you get into a scholastic discussion when we're going off the census that come from the white man. You see what I'm saying? So it's hard for me to prove it. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm looking at it from a debate stance, right? So when I had this debate and a brother pull up the Clovis people, and then the Clovis people date back before the split of 720 BC, that it goes back further. You understand? So how do I argue that? I can't say that these people over here.
What date would they use?
I don't know. I think it's around about they go like 14 between 1600. You know what I mean? So the split happened 720. So if they're dating 1400, we got Clovis people over in the 1400s. That's a major difference. You know what I mean?
Con.
So I can't go into a scholastic argument saying, yeah, the Clovis people are Israel. I can't say that because I don't have nothing tangible that I can pull.
I will never make that claim, and I would never make that claim that those is Israelites. Right. But I will make the claim that when we came over here, we outnumbered them. We began to outnumber them. And that's one thing. It'll be hard probably because the white man plays so many games. It'll be hard probably scholastically and using history, but I can prove that biblically.
And I believe that the census is manipulated to make it seem as if they're doing it for white supremacy. So they're saying it's this many white people, and white people outnumber these people, and the only reason they're doing that is for white supremacy. That might not be the exact number.
Absolutely, they're the minority on the earth, man. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't even have a continent. They got a little stretch coming out of Asia. You know what I'm saying? Like
right.
But yeah, I understand what you're saying. But like I said, when it comes to us outnumbering the other nations in the Americas, it will be hard to prove that with historical record. But like I said, I can prove that biblically, because that which has been is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there's no new thing under the sun. So
right, I mean, Hosea 1:10 also substantiates that.
Exactly. So when I begin to prove it biblically to show that everywhere we went, we always began to outnumber.
Right, that's Exodus chapter 1. But see, the problem is though, bro, scholastically, that shit don't stand, bro. You know what I mean? It just makes it difficult as far as the from us having to actually pull records, and somebody said, well, this census says this, and you're fucking finished because you have nothing to excuse my language. You have nothing.
No, you good.
You know what I'm saying? You have nothing to battle that besides
but
Bible
one thing I can battle is that I ain't no goddamn Hamite. Excuse my language. You understand me? I'm not no freaking Hamite, man.
Yeah. I knew you was gonna take exception with that, brother.
Yeah.
What's going on, Yashub?
I wasn't even gonna hop in, man. I'm getting dressed for class. I'm like, let me see what the brothers is talking about. I said, I'm a Hamite. Oh no, I gotta hop in this. Crazy,
man. We gotta solidify you and Gideon's debate though. You know what I'm saying?
What he want to debate about, man? The Tainos in particular?
Y'all already had a debate topic.
Oh, that's the same brother? Oh,
that's him.
Yeah, definitely, man. I gotta see when my schedule free now. Because I'm doing a lot. I'm about to do another Unity camp with Sakari in Jersey this weekend too. So, you know what I'm saying? I'll be traveling a lot, putting in the work. Oh,
so we have
where you at? What state you in, brother?
I'm in Oklahoma.
You in Oklahoma?
Yeah, man. You know
All
what I'm
right, man.
saying? So I
I'm
got
definitely gonna go visit you one of these days. Do a nice unity build, eat. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. We out here working too, man. You know what I'm saying?
You
So
know,
I got a real
I'm subscribed.
affinity
I'm
with gas.
subscribed to all your YouTube channels, man. I'll be paying attention.
Come. Yeah, man. So I got a special, like I told you, I went and lived in Puerto Rico for 2 years, man. A couple years ago, I was out there. You know what I'm saying? So I got a
You
special
seen any
affinity for
Hamites
them.
out there?
I did not see any Hamites out there, bro. This is a personal observation. I didn't see ham out there, man. But I did see a
All
lot of
praises.
beautiful, dark-skinned Puerto Rican brothers and sisters. I did see that.
All praises. All praises.
You know what I'm saying? So this whole phenotype argument, I think Yashub, man, I think you need to go on
Yeah,
and do it, man.
that's Josh
Yeah,
Shuv, man. That man,
yeah,
listen,
I
man,
think you
Josh
need to
Shuv
go
would
on and
tear
do
him
it,
up
man.
with that, man. He gonna tear him up with that for real. Hey,
Yeah,
Josh
man.
Shuv, where you at, man? What state you in, brother?
I'm in Massachusetts now, but I'm from
Oh, you in
Boston. I mean,
Mass? I'm in Mass. Where you at?
where you at in Mass?
I'm in
I'm in Boston.
Springfield, brother.
I'm in Boston. Yeah,
Yeah, I got a
yeah.
camp. I got a camping. I got a brothers out in Boston, man.
This
I
might be
thought you
all
was in
y'all.
Connecticut.
Nah, I'm in my camp. All right, Salakia, I got 2 ribs. But anyway, I got a rib out in Hartford. You know what I'm saying? And then I got one in Springfield. You know what I'm saying? So,
Oh,
but
I see. I see.
yeah, because you know Springfield right on the borderline of in Mass. It's right on the borderline of Mass and Connecticut. So, but I'll be back and forth. Our school, because we got a building. Our school is actually in Springfield, Mass. And like I said, we got brothers out in Boston. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Next time I'm out there, I'll definitely hit you up, man. You chill, you meet a couple brothers, go out to eat or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
where I,
I'm down with that.
that's where I go.
Are you in the camp or you just scholastically bullying the entire YouTube world?
I was in the camp, man, 6 years ago, but nah, yeah, the second one, the second one.
You was in IUIC, right?
Yeah, the purple bandit.
Yeah, the Purple Bandits. I know some brothers out in IUIC Boston, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We had a couple little heated debates over my Star and Molech, but yeah.
Man, I frequent Boston all the time, man. I got a couple
Nah,
dispensary
I'll
spots
be
I
out
like
there.
there.
Most high willing, I'm out there. I'm gonna let you know ahead of time, man. I'll meet you, brother. We could build. Like I said, go out to eat, probably have a beer. I don't know if you drink, but just chill, man. I'm about brotherly love. That's my main thing, man. The main focus in my camp is brotherly love, man, because that's the only way we gonna beat these devils, man. For real.
That's right, man. Shout your camp out, man.
Yeah, we Rum Gadar Gabarium, man. High exalted warriors in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, man.
That's right,
We've been established since 1992. We go all the way back to the original One West. Our direct contact was Elder Masha, for all the brothers that know the elders of One West. A
Okay.
lot
So
of
did
people.
y'all come out of the house of David branch?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, we didn't come out of the house of David Branch, but they knew us. If you understand what I'm saying.
Well, who's the elder, man? Who started the camp?
Harag, Elder Harag. You ever seen damn, what is it called? The Howard Stern show with the Israelites?
Yeah.
Those 2 brothers was my elders.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking
You
about,
know what
man.
I'm saying? Yeah, it go all the way back from Brooklyn. Like if you hear a lot of stories of the original One West, they always talk about, yeah, man, the Flatbush Levites in Brooklyn, the Flatbush Levites. That was my
Okay.
camp. You know what I'm saying? Rum Gadar Gabarium. And from the when the camp began to split, my elder moved out to Springfield, Mass. He took a lot of his sons out here. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And he began to camp out here in Springfield, Mass. And we picked up the torch, and now we just spreading it again. You know what I'm saying? There's been
Yeah, man. See, that's a great example. A lot of these Negroes don't got no elders. They don't got no teachers. Niggas ain't submitted to nobody, man. You know what I mean? They ain't showed themselves approved. You know what I mean? And tutelage and being a student. You know what I mean? They want to jump right out the gate and be an elder.
That's a fact, man. Like that's a fact. One thing I will say is the Most High compares us to an olive tree, right?
Mm-hmm.
An olive tree does not give fruit until 10 years. So how can you know what I'm saying? How can you be this master teacher in a year, 2 years? Like, I don't understand.
3 years, yeah, it needs to be the true 5 years. Niggas right running.
Exactly. Like, I have my certain studies and my certain platforms. You know what I'm saying? But there's certain things I'm not gonna speak on. Just like when y'all brothers was talking about flat Earth, I'm not gonna speak on that, like, because I don't study that. But a lot of brothers will try to speak on everything, like if they know everything. You know what I'm saying?
All you brothers in camps?
Yeah.
Not all of us here at the source, but I'm definitely in a camp. You know what I'm saying? I got elders.
What camp you in?
Who, me?
Yeah.
The House of Redeemed Servant.
Oh, okay.
HORS at Oklahoma City, man. We've been operating since 2011. My teachers go back to Chicago, man. Elder Obadiah was my elder's teacher.
Oh, praise.
You know what I'm saying? So, but in 2014, I ended up linking up with the brothers in the Masharai Yashub and linked in with the brothers of the House of David, getting familiar with a lot of the, the New York camps. You know what I'm saying? Light of Zion, the Sons of Yahweh and Sons of Thunder. Like I linked in with all of them. Like I be on the phone. I just had a show with Elder Mathathawa from the House of David. I just had a show
that's my
days
man's
ago.
right there, man. That's my man's. That's a good brother, man.
Yeah, man. So
okay.
I was just talking to him earlier today, man. So I'm linked in, man. You know, Elder Parazah, the Ohio Israelites, Elder Parazah, Elder Nathaniel Allah. These brothers got 25, 30 plus years in the truth.
That's a fact, man. That's a fact. How long you been in the truth, Jeremiah?
15 years, man.
All praises. That's what's good, man. That showed your age, but yeah, man, all praises.
Yeah, no doubt, man.
Yeah, I've been in the truth.
And I came in late. Man. I was 25 when I came in.
Oh, come, man. Hey, I'm gonna hit 10 years this year, man. So I came in late too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Yeah. But I was always, a studious person, especially in New York City growing up, I came up, young 5% and all that. So, like, what's good, God? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Look, man, we give respect to the elders. We give respect to the brothers that laid the pavement before us.
That's a fact.
But it's our job. It's our job to expand the knowledge. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we're not stagnant.
That's one thing why when I started watching Yashub, I was like, damn, this brother right here, man. Like, he really made me go deeper. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
facts.
I'm not gonna lie. He really made me go deep and start actually a lot of the books that he was going into. I started buying them and reading them myself. You know what I'm saying? Because that's one thing I do. My one of the nicknames my camp calls me is the librarian, because I got a huge collection of books that I just read. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we got to do. Like, the reason why I started paying attention here, because like a lot of people say, oh, Israelites don't read nothing, man. They just cherry pick Bible scriptures. Like, what are you talking about?
I mean, you gotta be out of your damn mind, man.
Exactly.
You
like,
know what I mean? Like,
have y'all ever even seen the old cassette tapes of the One West Elders?
Yeah, man.
All they did was bring out books, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, that's all they did.
Yeah, man. I did a video probably like in 2012. And the video was called Israelites, We Got Books. You know what I'm saying? Back then, I'm just going through, because a lot of times when you come into this truth, you just buy everything. You know what I'm saying? And so now you're reading a whole bunch of unnecessary information. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to do like a foundational teaching on, okay, look, you need this book. You know what I'm saying? You need the Zondervan. You know what I'm saying? You need the 13 tribes.
Hebrew Israelite 101 books.
Yeah, you need, man. So you need to get these things, and these are the reasons why you need to get them. You know what I'm saying? And that was 2012. You feel me? So, and that's after I had already been studying for, you know what I'm saying, for a while, since 2006.
Yeah, that's all praises, man. That's how the spirit works. You know what I'm saying? That's really how the spirit works.
Yeah, man. So like we're not stagnant, we're not pigeonholed into old style thinking, but a lot of the old style thinking was right and exact. And I'm just here to solidify it, man.
That's a fact, man. Like one thing, you know what I'm saying? Cause I know you brothers know them, but you know, I definitely had some encounters with Fopi, you know what I'm saying? And it was very interesting conversations, nonetheless.
Yeah. Hey, look, y'all, what's up? My mother, man. My mother is a full Gadite, right?
Khan, I
And
remember you saying
you
that.
if you sit her in a room with with so-called African Americans, you wouldn't be able to tell that she looked just like everybody else.
That's a
same
fact.
kinky hair, same skin color. You wouldn't be able to tell nothing.
And I got family the same thing with they, you know what I'm saying? From Zebulon to
Can I ask you brothers a question?
Go ahead, bro.
Yeah.
So who are the Gadites?
Well, they're ranging, right? So you have multiple tribes that have been identified by the United States government. You got multiple tribes. So let's say if we're dealing with the Cherokees, right? So within the Cherokees, they have ranging and variations of colors, and then you have to factor in the $5 engine, right?
Ain't that
So
a fact?
so you might come and this is also, remember the scripture says that the first shall be last. So when you looking at these casinos, like I'm in Oklahoma, so when you look at these casinos that are being popped up, these are the children of the $5 engine.
Facts.
Right?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So it was certain mixtures that went on. And the reason that they were being called $5 engines, because they also white people lived or moved to certain territories in which where Indians reside. And this is how they was able to also pass themselves off. You understand? And so you have ranging colors. But if you come here in Oklahoma City, you go to reservations, these look like, you know what I'm saying, niggas in the hood. They look just like black people. You wouldn't even be able to tell. I got a video online right now. We did a march for the Seminole Indian. We did a Seminole Indian march here in Oklahoma City. I can show you a picture right now. Seminole Indian march. If you look on the picture, everybody on there look like a brother and sister. Look like what we call black people. You wouldn't even be able to. You looking at them, you like these are all black people. How are these the Seminole Indians? You see what I'm saying? So until you come down and actually talk to these people, man, then of course we be having powwows, and so you go in there and you're seeing ranges, variations of Gadites. You know what I mean? Of what we're calling Native Americans. So you're seeing ranges of color. So it's our job to go into the communities and actually do the groundwork to be able to substantiate the difference between the two. Because like the brother said, a white man is the damn devil that the Bible speaks of, which just simply means liar for those that are sensitive to the word devil.
Am I on mute? Can you brothers hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, bro.
Nah, we can hear you, brother.
All right, so I want to show you brothers something. I want to ask y'all something.
Go ahead.
And like I say, before I say any of this, you know, I go by the moniker sometimes, Cushite Israelite. And when I say Cushite, I'm not talking about the people in Africa per se. I'm talking about the ancient people, the indigenous people of the Americas, because that's where my mom come from. She come from the indigenous people. She come from the Tunica people that's in the Natchez Valley, you know, in that area. So everything I'm showing, you know what I'm saying? You know, this is all in love to my people, right? But it might be hard for some of you brothers to not you brothers, but some people to ingest this, because if what I'm saying is true, according to their philosophy, those same people, they can't be saved because they're not Israelites. But I don't ascribe to that doctrine. I ascribe to the doctrine of
I know you believe some other people gonna have better lots in the kingdom than Israelites. But go ahead,
right. So basically, right. So, you know, with that being said, all people can definitely be grafted into the kingdom. So by me showing that these people are not Israel, is not me saying these people are damned to hell. So That's why I
Man,
said
that's not a
I'm
good brother.
right.
That is not a good consultation for somebody. You'll take away that they're Israelite and say, well, you still gonna be able to come into the kingdom. Hell no, nigga. I want to be an Israelite, nigga. That's what I am. You
That's
feel
No
me?
doubt,
Don't take that
man.
away from me, brother. That's all I have.
Right. That's crazy. But nah, I'm with you, brothers, man. It's all good. But
And so I don't mean to interrupt the brother Gideon, but just to clear up the confusion that I may have. So are you still is your argument still that you think the Taino Indians are Hamites?
yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I say
just wanted to be clear about that.
I say that the Taino Indians come from the greater population of the people in the Amazon basin, which they are all connected, like in the Americas. The Arawak, the Taino, the Yucatan, the Mayan, they all come from the same stock of people, which I assert is the Hamite, specifically the Khoisan people. So that's what I'm saying.
Let me say this real quick, man. Hey, Yashub,
That's
you there?
crazy. I'm a Hamite.
Yeah,
Hey, bro,
that's
my
crazy.
mom's a Hamite, bro. I mean, Enoch was a
Yeah,
Hamite.
yeah. I'm working.
I mean, not a Hamite, but
I'm
Enoch was not
listening
a
to the
Hamite, brother.
conversation.
he was not an
Enoch was
Israelite.
definitely not a Hamite.
Yeah, he wasn't a Hamite, but he wasn't an Israelite.
He was a son of God. A son of God is an Israelite. So
okay, yeah.
Well, Yashub, real quick, manly. Yashub, man, we got somebody in the back chat, man. It's your show, brother.
oh man, Greg.
I'm gonna let y'all stop and Gideon finish their conversation like they was. I'm
only gonna be on here for 5 more minutes. So yeah,
that's fine.
I wanted to share my screen, man, but Stream y'all is saying something about a
I can build
bug.
with him a little more.
Stream y'all, I don't know what's up with Stream y'all.
Gideon, you might have to jump off, come back in real quick.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I'm sprucing up my presentation for Saturday, finding Abraham, while they was talking.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm listening to everything that's being stated. My thing about Gideon Steppa is this. I don't know what to stick him with because he'll say one thing, then he'll double back on it.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah, man, because his whole argument, his whole view, like the lens that he's looking through is a pheno lens. That's why y'all gotta have that debate, man. You gotta have it, bro.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good one. It's gonna help me, sharpen up my arsenal with the whole phenotype, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So, I mean, if he agreed to it, I will, but I'm not gonna sit here and fight. You know what I'm saying? Because when we was talking, it's not definitive what he's saying. Because it's things he's saying I'm in agreement with. Then there's be things he's saying I'm in a disagreement with.
And what's the title of the debate again? The Sub-Saharan African, right? Phenotype.
Well, yeah.
It was that's what I was saying. It was I think it was are the sons of Jacob the Sub-Saharan type. But then I seen another slide that I had that said are the Native American and Caribbean, are they the sons of Jacob? So I don't know, it's one of them, but I think it's the former, the first one I said.
Okay, that's what we was going to debate, but I got to ask him the questions, and then he's like, well, no, I don't believe that everybody got to, pretty much that's your mark. That's your marker. That tells you if you're an Israelite or not. That's what I thought the brother was saying. That how we know you're Israelite is it's kind of like Black Jesus Minister, Jeremiah. Black Jesus Minister teach that we know you're Israelite if you look sub-Saharan African Negro, and I think that's absolutely ridiculous.
That's ridiculous. Yeah, I would. Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Hold up, Gideon Steppa now. God damn.
But I'm saying when I say it's ridiculous, I don't say so. Say for instance, when the brother Yawasop said the Taino are Israelites, I'm not going to agree to that.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So I am drawing the line.
How about this? Is the majority of Tainos Israelites? How about that one?
Hey, y'all, what's up, man? You gotta get your verbiage right, man. Damn. You don't get yourself in some trouble, man. I'm telling you, man.
I'm still waiting for him to throw me a jab, man. I still ain't feel nothing. All I hear is hearsay.
Well, I mean, I thought I kind of made it clear on how I look at it and what my stance is.
Brother,
like,
you made it completely clear on how you look at it and your stance, but you didn't give me anything that I have to rebuttal, or that's gonna make me scratch my head, or that's gonna make me go somewhere else. You know?
Well, I mean, by me saying the Taino Indian is not are not Israelites, the Taino people are not Israelites. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I thought that's pretty much cut and dry. And I mean, the first thing you came on when you said was the Taino are Israelites.
So you don't have no history or anything archaeological to substantiate your claim?
Of course.
So that's what I'm asking, brother. Just give me something. And I gotta go in a couple minutes, but give me something. Give me something that when I go, I'm gonna be like, damn, he brought up a good point. Give me something, brother.
Okay, the Taino Indian is related to what we call the Hopi culture and the Poverty Point culture. And those cultures have attested to have been in the area since 1730 BC.
That's all?
I mean,
can you give me a source, or are you just saying that?
So when you look at the Poverty Point culture, right? That's from South. Well, in
yeah, I know where that's at, brother. But can you give me a source that states this? That's what I want. This is called the Source Debate League, right?
Okay.
I need a source, brother. I need something I could hold in front of me and read. I could download a PDF, something.
All right, let me get you something on the Poverty Point culture.
No problem. I got 2 minutes, brother, and I gotta go. Come on.
Go to see if I can pull it up. Because basically what you're asking me is to prove to you that indigenous people were in the Americas in 1730 BC, right? I got you. Let's see. But see, that's what I'm saying. Hopefully I can share, man, because they're talking about some type of bug or something. Let me see.
All right, we can't be having dead space like that. So
go ahead, my brother. Go ahead.
I mean, we gonna let y'all stop. Finish the conversation with you guys as well. But in the meantime, you guys need to all the people watching, hit that like button. Subscribe to the Source Debate League on YouTube. General, you're starting to build. What's cracking?
So let me
Shalom, man. Shalom, Gideon. Tanks on the ground, Ak.
Tanks on the ground. Shalom. What's good, Aki?
It's all love.
So I'm gonna share this source right here. I'm gonna see if I can share my screen. If I can't, I'm just gonna drop the source in the chat.
Yeah, you can just drop it in the chat, and we'll go from there. So you pulling the source on a particular culture found in Puerto Rico?
No, this is in this one particular here, since I just had to grab one. This is in the Americas.
Okay. It is relevant to the discussion of how.
Because all of those people are related, right? When you look at the Tunica Indian, when you look at the Natchez Indian, when you look at those people in that area, they share the same phenotype base of the Taino, of the Aztec. Unless he's showing me an Aztec that, or he's saying that the Aztec people themselves look totally foreign than this source that I showed right here, because they actually are same. They are the same people. So if they're the same people, they cannot be Israelites, because the people in just North America alone have been there since 1730 BC. So that's how they're related in that way.
And this is all by phenotype once again.
Well, that's just one case. When you
But even if you look at, I don't mean to
you,
cut you off, but
I'm sorry,
even if
go
you
ahead.
look at,
Go ahead.
even if you look at a lot of the paintings within the temples of the Aztecs and the Mayans, you get a variety of amount of people. So you just saying that is a bad argument, because if I look at the evidence with the archaeology of the Aztecs and the Mayans, and I'm just going off those two, they looked extremely diverse. So
Right.
I don't understand how you come to that conclusion.
All right. So along with the phenotypical evidence that goes with it, another thing that you can look at to show that these cultures in their totality were not of Israelite extraction is that since the beginning of Israel being a nation, we had the art of iron smelting, metallurgy.
Mm-hmm.
And the only people that you see during that time that's using that's dealing with metallurgy, it starts in, if I'm not mistaken, the Andes, which is on the west coast of the South American peninsula, or west on the east on the west coast. So the people that you do see that's dealing with metals, they're not even smelting iron when you have iron deposits all around the area. So if these people were Israelites, why aren't they using iron?
So are you
Now,
saying,
hold
are you?
hold
Oh,
on,
go
I
ahead,
just
brother.
want
Go
to
ahead,
finish
brother.
real quick.
Go ahead.
Now, if you can use the argument, or you can refute it by saying that a lot of West African tribes were not smelting iron, but when you look at the history of West Africa or Africa in general, you can document the upheavals of kingdoms that used to have iron smelting, such as Ghana. And you can also you have something that's called the Iron Age industrial complex that existed in Africa all the way up to 1000 AD. So we have documented evidence of having iron, then losing that science. But whereas in the Americas, you don't have the evidence of them ever losing that science, because they didn't have the smelting furnaces that were able to make the iron. And
That's
what
not.
they did,
That's
and
not true.
what they did make was copper, gold, things of that. But you do not see iron working, which was something that we had since the 12th century BC. So go ahead, my brother.
All right. I'm gonna unfortunately I'm gonna have to go, but next time, brother, when I come up, just try to bring some sources, man. Cause I got 1,000 sources that if you were gonna bring some stuff up, I was gonna go right into my archives, right. That's
In
right
all
there.
fairness, my brother, I just dropped the source and I just dropped
All
the
praises,
fact.
all praises.
but to your end, you just gave us oral tradition. So yeah, hopefully next time we all can have better sources. But I appreciate you, my brother. It's nothing but love, and you definitely are Israel, bro. If you know the spirit leads to that, you know what I'm saying. But
No. Don't be soft with that. Gideon, the man's a Hamite. Just tell me a goddamn Hamite, man. That's all you do, brother. I mean, you know what I'm saying? If the man's a Hamite, he's ham, man. I mean,
bro,
ham on ham.
Yeah, okay. It wasn't no bigger camper than my little cousin, bro. So if he got the info and got it good and he's straight, all my brothers can get straight. So it's all good.
So Gideon, let me get this. Let me ask you out. So you saying that the Tainos and a few other so-called North American native tribes is not of Yahweh.
The foundation of them, I would say the evidence points to them not being that. Now, could have been Israelites that came amongst them and people then populated amongst them, and you have some in that people? That could very well be the case. But that's like saying, again, when I had that analogy of me having children by a Japanese woman and my son having sons by Japanese women, eventually that son is going to look totally Japanese, but he's an Israelite through and through. But I can't say now that that's true, I can't apply that to all Japanese people and say they're Israelites. So that's what I'm saying. Like with the Taino, I don't see the evidence to do that.
What's the genetic link to the Tainos and other nations?
What's the genetic link? Well, you already know, Yashub. I don't really dive into that genetic bag, but I mean, I don't know. It could. I don't know.
Well, you have to let that be a part of it, because when you're making it such a bold statement, you have to be able to quantify that statement. But I think that's what the brother Yahweh was asking.
This is how I feel about this, right? There is no DNA from an ancient Israelite, unless I'm wrong.
There is no direct like grave site that says here lies King David and we drew his DNA sample. No, there is
right. But I'm quite sure they might have sites where we know those are Israelites, and I would like to know the data that what they say is those people.
They don't allow any tampering.
I could believe that. See, I could believe that.
That's actually a fact. Those sites, the state of Israel don't let people go tampering.
Now, what I will
right here though, right now, what you have to do, and it just takes, you know what I'm saying, the guidance of the Most High. I promise you, it takes his guidance, because that's the only way that I come across what I come across, bro. So I found, some information where they had one of our royalties over here, his grave site in Arizona. Now, how in the heck did we get our family's grave site over here in Arizona? Right? I know for a fact ain't nobody took his tombstone and brought it over here and then laid it off there, right there in Arizona. I can promise you that. So if we got that type of information going on, you know what I'm saying, being found and being put out there, but really, really scarce, then we got some more information that we can find if we actually doing the work. And you know what I'm saying, we putting ourselves in that position, right? But that's the thing, man.
I would never doubt that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like just on the strength of you, like I can believe what you're saying is true. You know what I'm saying? And that, like I say, to me as a scholar, and not saying that like none of y'all ain't, but like that doesn't give me, but yeah, I mean I can believe that. I can believe that totally.
Hey, brother Gideon.
My bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, brother Gideon. So I'm still trying to get a better understanding of where you're coming from and your perspective. So if you don't believe that the Taino Indians are Ephraimites, and the Ephraimites, we know the Ephraimites, or the tribe of Ephraim, was the head tribe of the Northern Kingdom. Who do you say? Where do you say are a majority of the Northern Kingdom Israelites?
Okay, just dealing with Ephraim, right? And this is why I can't say that, right? Now, Jacob had two wives, Leah and Rachel. He had two concubines, Zilpah and Bilhah, right? Joseph
Okay.
and Benjamin were brothers, right? From Rachel, if I'm not mistaken. Now, Joseph had two sons. Now, up to that point, Joseph is what we would call a black man, right? Like just being real ignorant with it. He would be a black man ranging from looking like Wesley Snipes to looking like maybe Tiger Woods, a black man like that. Go ahead, my
There you
brother.
go. There you
Go ahead, my
go,
brother.
Yashub. More evidence why the Pheno debate needs to take place. His
This is what I'm saying,
his whole view on it is based upon Pheno, man.
Right. Now just
My
walk
bad,
with
Gideon.
me.
I
Just
didn't mean to
walk.
cut you, man. But
Right. Just walk with me, Al.
Go ahead.
So when you say Ephraim, let me show you the problem with that, right? Because Ephraim is from Joseph and an Egyptian woman, two known black people having a child, right? So, like I'm saying, you brothers could, whoever says that, you brothers could be right. I just never came across the evidence. And the first thing that stops me is the phenotype, right? Because just like you, Yahoo, you can have children by a black woman. They're not going to come out looking Japanese, German, none of that. Their phenotype is going to be black. So that's when I'm dealing with phenotype, right? I'm speaking of direct descendancy, right? So when you have a claim saying that Ephraim, which come from two known, you know what I'm saying? Like you can like even preparing for this debate, like a person can come from the angle and say the two concubines, we don't know their lineage because we know Leah and Rachel's lineage. They're the daughters of Laban, right? So the two concubines, if a brother want to make an argument and say, well, they're they're the phenotype of the what we see, the Native American or the Taino or the Arawak or the Tunica or the, you can make that argument. But if but you really can't make that when you're talking about Ephraim, because Ephraim come from Joseph and a priest of Egypt. Now, if you want to say that priest of Egypt was
Gideon.
Go ahead.
All right, so I know what we can debate on now.
Go ahead.
Are you saying majority of Ephraim look like Negroes? Is that what you're saying?
The majority of Ephraim look like Negroes. I mean, Ephraim was in the kingdom until it was disintegrated in the 8th century. So at the 8th century, they definitely were of the Negroid type. So
okay,
if you want to have a debate,
you can't argue that. I can't argue with this brother, man. There's nothing I can argue with him on because I agree mostly with that. I agree mostly.
Hold up though. Here's the problem, man. You're going all the way back to Joseph being in Egypt and the parents of the children of Ephraim and Manasseh being black people, but you're not taking into consideration the fact that the northern kingdom went through the Syrian captivity. They were taken further north of the nation of Israel. Then you're not taking into consideration the fact that you had the Spaniards come over here, and you had certain Asians that were already here and coming over here later, right? And so you're going to have a mix in phenome because you have new genetic material being introduced into the gene pool. So you're trying to judge the appearance of somebody that has went through multiple captivity, multiple landmass, and you're looking at them today and expect them to look like their parents look. That don't make no sense, brother.
Well,
that's why the phenome argument
I'm saying,
is not a good argument.
Where's the data that speaks to what you're saying? because that can happen. You can have Ephraimites, you know, after the destruction of the northern kingdom. You can have them go anywhere and be anything and look like wherever they're from. But I'm saying,
But
where
this
is
is
the data that's saying that happened?
okay.
Brother.
Okay, so look, this one thing you got to understand, Gideon. So the northern tribe, not all of the northern tribe was destroyed. We know that, right? But for the
Facts.
most part, you know what I'm saying? The first captivity, not all of the northern tribes, nor even Judah, went back home.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And this is documented. So we got to understand that we've been moving around for a very, very long time outside of what we always talking about. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we got to take that into perspective as well. Because during those times that we was moving around, we wasn't just walking.
Yeah.
We was on boats and all type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And to downplay the intelligence that our ancestors had is doing us an injustice when it come down to talking about this information and these topics, man. So I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna give you back the mic. When it come down to, you know, us moving around, you know, it wasn't just during or after the Assyrian captivity, it was before and after. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that during the time King Solomon and King David, you know what I'm saying, we had kings paying tribute. You know what I'm saying? We had peace. We in peace treaties with a lot of different nations of people. You know, that was powerful outside of, you know what I'm saying, us. Yo, we was building with these people. We was trading with these people. You know what I'm saying? And so to say that we wasn't all over the place is kind of crazy, because this is how we see our temples everywhere, right? And I don't believe that we was building temples strictly from slavery or being in captivity. I believe that we moved around to some of these places and we posted up and we established ourselves, you know what I'm saying, in a real way, to where we actually built kingdoms, to where other people, native people came in, like say for instance, the Assam people of West Africa, right? They from the tribe of Judah. They from the Southern Kingdom. If you see how they carry themselves like royalty. You see what I'm saying? It's very important for them on how they look and how they present themselves and how they present it towards other people. That's like royalty. You know what I'm saying? Royalty don't just walk out everywhere and just look in any old type of way. They make sure they dress to a T so that people can understand, right? So when I'm looking at them and their history, when they started to build the kingdom of Benin, what you have is you have an indigenous family that comes in and pushes them out and takes over the kingdom of Benin. And these are the ones that's in rule right now. So we move what, southeast? You know what I'm saying? It's somewhat northeast. And we still there to this day. You know what I'm saying? Now, do we recognize ourselves as Israel? No, but the name Eshan, one of the titles is God's people. You see what I'm saying? So we already know that Cam, he didn't step and rock with the Most High like that. So they're not going to be having those type of titles in their names, bro, unless they're linked to us. You see what I'm saying? So it's like when you can see certain patterns and how things are done with us and how we move around and how we intertwine with certain people and they adapt to our ways and we even adapt to some of their ways, which is how the paganism came in, which is how we was able to get our heads took off while we was in Africa. Because you got to remember that covenant, it never can be broken. No matter whether we understand it or not, it can never be broken. You see what I'm saying? So all of the things that our people was going through while they was in North Africa, it supports our scriptures, bro. It supports the fact that when we intertwine with the Ashantis, when the Ashantis started to, you know what I'm saying? Well, which is basically the Canaanites. You see what I'm saying? So we mix with the Canaanites, we start blending our power with their gods. You know what I'm saying? Coming up with these other different titles, you know what I'm saying, to represent certain things that we wasn't supposed to be doing. So again, there go the link with the paganism. You know what I'm saying? And you can find that through the name of their so-called God, Inyame. You know what I'm saying? Like all of this stuff is linked to us, bro.
Yeah, no
So you
doubt.
gotta look at these things.
Like I say, man, I actually, like I say, man, when you look at the letters of Paul, Paul was already in Spain, and when he was in Spain, that was just a continuation of what Solomon and Hiram, or the king of Tyre, established over there. So me, as a believer in the Bible and a study, a person who studies history, I say that the Israelites weren't in the North Americas. But for one, you really can't prove it. You have a lot of information, but a lot of that information people has passed off as forgeries. And I'm not going to say that I accept that. But when you're looking at making a scholarly argument, you really can't. You can use that, but that's going to be something that's going to be refuted against, right? But with that being said, it's just too much history of pre-Israelite people in the Americas, and all of
Excuse
those
my language.
people, all of those people are seemingly related. But they were some Israelite cultures and some African cultures. Basically, those are Africans. So you're just talking about different, biblically speaking, dispensations of time. So
Who are the Africans, bro?
when you look at the ancient people, the indigenous people of the Americas, that was there since the before the inception of Israel, those are ancient Africans. When you look at the some of the Moors that was over there during their dispensation of time, they were Africans. When you look at Israelites going into the Americas, supposedly with the Phoenicians or the Carthaginians, those would be Africans. So all of those people are Africans, but they're just coming there in different phases of time. And in between those phases, they are genetically they're populating amongst each other. So they're going to create their own separate signature, which is called the phenotype. So that phenotype was present in the Americas before Israel was even a nation.
You know, it's kind of hard for me to understand that the Africans was moving around like that, because I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I don't see the evidence of that. And what I mean by that, I don't see them in their African ways, right? I don't see them in their African traditions in Spain. I don't see their African traditions in the Isles of the so-called Gentiles, British. You know what I'm
Excuse me,
saying?
brother.
I don't see that nowhere, bro. I don't
You
see
don't
that in
see
Europe.
you don't see that.
I don't see African traditions in even in, I'm gonna say, the Levant, bro. Like where's their traditions of them traveling, moving around? Like, you see our traditions. You see Israelite traditions, following the first moon, the new moon. You see keeping the Shabbat. You see these things of us in all of these different nations of people. Where's the Africans' traditions in these other nations, brother?
Well, I mean, it's all over, bro. When you look
I'm
at
asking it. Well, you should be able to point that out.
when
Easy.
you look at North America, right?
Yeah.
And pretty much South America, excluding the Aztecs, the Mayans, the Peruvian, all those people existed on a hunter-gatherer existence. You had very few, you had some that were agriculturalists, but for the most part, those people still dealt in stone tools. They didn't, especially in the Americas, they didn't use copper, they didn't use iron. So when you're saying where is the tradition, that's the tradition, because I'm a biblical scholar before any type of scholar. So when I look at the scriptures and you ask how did these Africans get there, you know,
No,
in
no, no,
these
no. I'm
different.
not asking how did they get there. What I'm asking for, I how they got there. You know, what I'm saying, I'm pretty sure it was either boat or they walked. It's only two ways that
Right.
it's
So
possible,
they
right?
there. All right. Right.
So,
So
but
go ahead.
that's not my thing. How they got there is not my
Right.
issue. What I'm saying is, if they're like you said, they were moving around, like they want to say, you know, Africans traveled all over the place. Well, where is the evidence? Because I can't just sit here and say, well, Africans was the first ones to use a rock hammer. And it took them to travel all the way to Japan for them to understand how to use a rock hammer. Like, I'm not doing that, bro, because there's no evidence of that.
Right.
You see what I'm
So
saying? So when I
right.
ask for, you know, where is their traditions, I mean, that should be very easy and very clear. Like you saying, using Stone Age, like you can't use that because everybody outside of y'all, the children of Adam, set in the righteous bloodline of Adam, they didn't have the intelligence of the Most High. They didn't have the wisdom and the knowledge like that. So they living in a primitive way while we're on some advanced stuff because of the Most High. So
So
it's
you're
kind of hard
saying
to
they were
understand what you're saying,
Israelites.
bro.
You're saying they were Israelites that didn't
No,
have that
I'm
knowledge.
saying the righteous. I'm saying we couldn't be Israelites, you know what I'm saying, before the flood. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
We couldn't be Israelites during the time of Shem. You
Right.
see what I'm saying? Like, we could be Israelites, you know what I'm saying, during the
So
time of
were they
Abraham,
people in
Isaac.
the Americas during those times, in your opinion?
I
I
say
don't know,
yes.
bro. I don't know.
I say yes.
Well, that's what I'm saying, Yashar. The evidence is saying that they were people there.
Hey, can I ask the brother Gideon just two quick questions?
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
Just two quick questions, because I'm not sure if you actually answered my last question or if like I made it clear. I was asking just so I'm gonna ask it again. And try to make it short. Who were or where would you say are the Northern Kingdom Israelites, or a majority of them today?
The majority, I would say the majority were dispersed by the slave trade.
Dispersed where?
To the Western Hemisphere, all over the world.
Bro, this is what kills me,
Okay.
and I'm not just saying you, Gideon, but when I come across this, man, this argument, this conversation, Negroes can never tell us where the hell these people are. All they say, well,
Right.
they was dispersed.
When
Just dispersed where? And who are the people that, what are they calling themselves today? And how do you connect those people that you're saying, how do you connect them to Israel? See, this is the problem.
Right.
You can't just say, well, no, y'all wrong, and then you don't have nothing to replace it.
All right, so let me give you an example, and like you said, like, you know, then you can give your example, right? So the Northern Kingdom, right, when it was destroyed, right? All right, so let me show you the evidence why I say they were in Africa, right? So when you look at the people like the Limba, right? The Limba oral history tells us that they were captured and brought to Assyria, and the people, there's a clan within them called the Buba clan. The Buba clan came and saved them, took them to the Oman region in Yemen, and from there they left on a boat circa 12th century, ended up in Mozambique, and from Mozambique they went to South Africa. That's their oral history. That's their historical history. I can actually bring sources for that. So what I'm asking you, brothers, is, so from that point in time, the Assyrian captivity, the northern kingdoms, what is the evidence that's saying, whether it be oral or whatever, and then we can go and bring out who are these oral historians. What gives you the information that says those people and the Northern Kingdom went to the Americas, and also
Well,
went to the Americas where it wasn't populated by no one.
can I ask my second question now?
Hold up, before
I
you
answered
answer
your
your
question.
hold up,
I
hold up,
asked you
before
a
you
question,
answer.
and your answer is, can you ask me another question?
Well, I told you I had two.
That's called lambasting, bro. It's the back and forth.
Well, no, I mean, I told you I had two before I asked you the first question.
Okay, I apologize. What's your second question?
Okay, hold up, before we get to the second question, before we get to that, real quick, you just try to pigeonhole the terminology. You're gonna say, show me where these people were and where never mankind dwelt. Nobody said nothing. We already talked about that. That never mankind dwelt. You can't try to put us in that position to find a place where never mankind dwelt, where these people were.
So you can't say the Native American, which is indigenous to the Americans, are Israelites.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
How can you say that if you're saying that you're not
because
saying
we have primary sources and eyewitness testimonies of these people practices going back to the Torah. Now, how do you explain that? These people are building temples. These people are erecting and dealing with practices that these heathen don't deal with, even those that are around them.
So who are the people around them? That's what I'm saying, my brother. The people of. So you're saying they went to
again? Let me answer your question. You asked the question. Let me answer it. The people that are around them, the Western Hemisphere, contrary to popular belief, was a metropolis that many nations of people traveled over here, from Ham, from Japheth, right, from the people of Japan, the people of China. Many people were traveling here and settled here.
So what are you saying different than what I'm saying?
What I'm saying different is that the Israelites came over to the Western Hemisphere, and you're saying that they didn't. And I'm saying that they did, and it's a multiple.
2-3 times. You hear me, Yahoo, bro? I did. Several times.
And I don't deny that some of the Northern Kingdom are in Africa, but you can't you can't try to tell us to produce something that where never mankind dwelt. You can't do that, bro.
No, that's not
our argument. That's not our argument.
Right. I'm saying I'm asking for the evidence of that. I'm not saying it didn't happen, because like I said several times before, I believe that Israel came to the Americas, the New World, but I don't think they were the only people there. Like, they were outnumbered. Like, I'm gonna just come off 20-1 at the very least. Like, they didn't come there and just like bogart the whole situation.
No, I'm not saying that, but like the brother Yashub said before he got out earlier, I believe our population of the Israelites that came over here did multiply, and they did grow in number. You understand? So
I wouldn't doubt that.
So what I'm saying is, for what you're saying, I'm telling you, from me, I can't speak for no other brother on here, but from the research that I've done, and according to the biblical narrative that is outlined in Hosea, it's telling us that the Northern Kingdom was amongst Gentiles. How could they be amongst Gentiles if no other people were here? You see?
Okay.
So we have Hebrew, we have Hebraic writing.
Those Taínos, those Arawaks, those Tetracans, those were the Gentiles. That's what I'm saying.
No, I don't agree to that. I don't agree to that.
Okay. Well, that's
because you have Israelites that are. The brother just showed you that some of these terms, and I'm not saying all, but some of these terms and some of these names of these tribes that you're making mention of go back to Hebrew. Now, how do you explain that?
Okay, well, get the sources that he had, and we can debate. Are the Taino, the Arawak, the Tehucan culture, the Yucatan culture, are they Israelites or Gentiles?
Well, you're going to lose, because Israelites was amongst. Listen to me, brother. Israelites was amongst those people.
Bro, I'm not doubting that, bro.
Okay, well, then you just made a bold statement. Are these people Israelites? Israelites was amongst them. And there are sources that validate
is America Israel? Is America Israel?
Let me finish, brother. Let me finish, brother.
Okay,
there's evidence that say these people and these people are and had Hebraic practices. How do you explain it?
Right. Okay. Is America Israel? But are there Israelites in America? That's about the simplest I think I can put it. The Taino culture, the Aztec culture, the Mayan culture are totally alien and independent in terms of its foundation to Israelite culture, in my humble opinion.
Well, we're not dealing with opinions here at the source,
Okay.
man. So I'm sure
In
brothers
opinion,
will take
I'm
you up
willing
on
to
that debate.
Now check this out. See, that's okay, right? So you mentioned about the Northern Tribe and where we at and what was taking place, right? So I had mentioned to you about about the Northern Tribe that everybody didn't that all. Well, let me ask you this, Gideon, before I go forward. Was all of the Northern tribes snatched up by Assyria by the Syrians?
Oh nah, no one did. No, only somebody dumb like Garfield to believe that.
Okay, so if they all wasn't snatched up, you know what I'm saying, and it was just a portion of them, then that means that we still had some Northern tribers that was in the land, right?
Yeah, facts.
Okay, so the portion that did get taken, right?
Mhm.
My bad, fam. It's my mom, man. Let me get back to y'all in a minute. It's my mom.
Yeah, so just I wanted to ask that second question.
Go ahead, brother.
So you subscribe to the Apocrypha, right? It's a loaded question.
I've read it, and I mean, I definitely hold it as valid material.
So where is Arsareth?
I really can't give you that location. I don't know.
Hey,
Okay.
what was the point of contention again, Jeremiah?
Between you and Gideon?
Yeah, you said brothers would take him up on a debate. What was it? Is America Israel? I don't think anybody would agree that America is Israel. I didn't understand that point.
No, I was trying to explain it to Yashub because it seemed like he can't understand. When I'm saying the Taino are not Israelites, it's almost akin to America is not Israel, right? But within America, you have Israelites. So when the brother is saying the Taino is Israel, that's basically what he's saying. But what I'm trying to get him to understand is Taino is not Israel, like America is not Israel, but Taino could have possibly had Israelites in it, like America has Israelites in it.
Taino versus the whole country of America. Tainos are people. America is a country, continent.
Right.
I don't see how you compare that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Just as a whole. It's nothing minute looking at it.
Did you do your shalom, everybody? You know what I'm saying? Thank you for having me on the thing. Did you do that debate, brother? I was looking forward to see your debate. Did you debate yet? About with Yawasat and the brother of Genesis 49?
That's one of them we're trying to hash out right now.
Oh, y'all ain't do it yet?
Yeah, it's been 2 hours, and I can't find anything, that he clearly is against. You know what I'm saying? I don't agree with that they Hamites though. We can probably revisit that or debate over that. I don't believe they Hamites. I don't know how you coming to that conclusion.
Who do you think they are?
I think some of them might be Japhet, some of them are Israelites. But Ham, man, I don't know what you're talking about there.
You don't think none of them are Hamites?
I'm just saying you spoke as if the majority of them are Ham.
Yeah, I say the foundational peopling of the Americas come from Hamites. Yeah,
I
we
think
could debate that.
the brother is overgeneralizing Ham and the origins of these people have Hebraic connections. How do you explain that? The brother just
What?
explained
First
to
of
you
all, you need
about
to tell me what are the Hebraic
the
connections.
well, I'm
Let
just
let
going
me
off of
read.
the conversation that you just had with the brother Yellowstone.
Let me read this to you, Gideon. This is from Hebrewism was of West Africa, right? And this particular chapter is talking about the lost tribes of Yahusharah, right? And this one is about the Mexicology. Now, don't get it twisted. We ain't talking about the Spaniard Mexicans. These are not the Spaniard Mexicans. Those are who you would call the Afro Mexicans, right? Afro-Asiatic Mexicans. This is what it reads. It says, now, forgive me for misquoting words or misreading words. I'm not a great wordsmith like that. Names be killing me sometimes. So just bear with me. If you want to, you can turn to the page yourself. It's page 135, the chapter of the Lost Tribes of Israel. But this is what it reads. It says, but it was reserved for Viscount Kinsborough, who gathered all these testimonies into a single volume to become the real propounder of the theory that would trace to a Shemitic source those Indian customs and traditions. You heard that?
Mhm.
Okay. Thus, he writes, it is impossible on reading what Mexican mythology records of the war in heaven and of the fall of the Zanti Mach and the other rebellious spirits, of the creation of the light by the word, and of the divisions of the waters, of the sins of Yetzikah, Kwaku, and his blindness and nakedness, of the temptation of Suchukwal and her disobedience and gathering roses from a tree, which is those two supposed to be Adam and Eve, and of the consequent misery and disgrace of herself and all her posterity, not to recognize scriptural analogies, but the Mexican traditions of the deluge is that which bears unequivocal marks of having been derived from a Hebrew source. Now I can keep reading, but I'm not going to do that because we're just having a discussion right now. But
So
at the end of the day, it's a lot of sources, it's a lot of information, even from where I'm reading from, that gives us some real heavy evidence that they are our people, bro.
right now,
But go ahead though.
that's some good evidence. That's some good evidence. But this is how I interpret it, right? So when I say they're the sons of Ham, or at least I would say the slight majority, right? What you just read, that doesn't change that fact because, like I say, I'm a biblical scholar, right? So I hold the testimony that's in the Bible to be true from creation all the way down to Revelation. So in that story of creation, that was not exclusive to Israelites or even Shemites or even Hebrews. That by being a true event, that was known to all people, which furthers my argument that the Khoisan people the Americas because the Khoisan are some of the oldest people in the world. So when you look at that tradition of them talking about Adam and Eve and the deluge, atheistic pagans would ascribe that to strictly Hebraic culture, which is true, but is not exclusive to Hebrew Israelites. That's actually the true narrative of the world. With, like I say, the Khoisan being the oldest people, and they would have that story in its primitive, or however you want to say that. So I mean, yeah, but that's some good info.
Hey man, somebody got an echo, man.
It's probably me, because I got my phone on me. All right, now check this out. this is another insert that's in the book, right? It says, before drawing this chapter to a close, however, a word must be said about the theory of those who would find among the American Indians evidence of descent from the ancient Hebrews. In one way, the question is closely allied to that of the lost tribes. And even in the case of those who postulate for the Indians a Judean origin, or at least a diffusion of Judean culture. So these are reports, bro. These are eyewitness reports, primary sources, brother, of people, witnessing and seeing things that it's impossible. It's impossible for them to be able to pick these things up if they wasn't us.
Yeah,
It's
no,
impossible.
I can see, honesty with people, that's strictly Israelite. But I'm gonna have to kind of go in a minute because my wife waiting on me. But Yahoo, are the Taino Israelites? Let's debate that.
Hey, brother,
Are the Arawak Israelites?
listen, brother. I
Are the
run this
people in
league,
the
man.
Yucatan culture Israelites?
Listen to me, brother.
Since you seem like I can't be definitive what I'm saying, I'm definitively saying all of that right there.
Bro, you just gonna keep talking. I'm trying to respond to you, bro.
Go ahead, big dog.
I appreciate it, man. I run this league, bro. I don't debate.
You run it well, bro.
I appreciate it, man. But I do got some brothers that would love to wipe the floor with your candy ass on that topic, though.
Look, as long as it ain't your Shaw, you heard me? I don't want, man. Look here, man. That's my brother, you heard me? We gonna keep it like that. Your Shaw, man.
Yeah, bro. We just chopping it up. I ain't about to debate you at all.
No doubt, man.
Yeah, man. So I'm gonna hit up y'all what's up, because y'all gotta finalize what y'all gonna do anyway, man. And I'll be sending you a message, man, because you got some fees, man, that you got to take care of before you get back to the ring, man.
I got you on the string, no doubt. You heard me?
All right, I appreciate it, man.
No doubt, bro. And like I said, bro, much love to all you brothers. Hey, Yashub, bro. Shout out.
No doubt.
You already know. Tanks on the ground, bro. You know how we do it.
On the ground, man.
Shalom, Mike.
Shalom.
All right, Yashub, man. So you just gonna let that man slither up out of here? And he said a multitude of things that you could have wrecked him on.
Man, that's your opinion. But every time I ask him a question, he'll retract. We gotta
Oh, my bad. Hold on. Let me mute up.
My thing is, I'm not finna get no fickle debate. You know what I'm saying? Because the original debate was the one we was gonna do at first. He's like, "Well, I'm not saying that." I'm like, "Bro, that's what I was making slides for." So when we go to the debate, all you gotta say is, "That's not my point." Then what? You feel me?
Right.
So I want him to be real concrete on what he was saying, so I can be like, "Okay, I can hold you to that now, and we can actually have a dialogue and debate on that."
Right.
So, oh, my bad. I'm looking at the comments. But so when we get to the debate, brothers can't say, or he can't say, "No, I never said that," or "That's not what I meant by that." You know what I'm saying? You mischaracterizing it. You know what I'm saying? And all that other stuff. I want a straight, clear point where you saying, "Hey, I think so and so," and I'll be like, "Well, I disagree with so and so." All right, boom. That's what we're gonna debate.
Yeah, man, because I don't understand, bro. Like, you're asking me do you want to debate whether or not the Tainos are Israelites? I think Yahusha would take that on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but bro, so now if I prove that they are, as far as some of them, a majority of them, or half of them, then what? You're just gonna say, well, who are the other ones? You know, like, I mean, I don't understand.
Exactly. That's
you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's fickle, man. I don't like that, bro. I want him to be firm on a stance, and I'm like, okay, like with the Hamite thing. I'm like, brother, are you saying all of them Hamites? I'm saying the foundational. Okay, man, I can't debate this. That's why I kept falling back. Like maybe somebody else wanted to debate him. You know what I'm saying? I'm nothing against the brother. I like the brother style, you know what I'm saying? But I just couldn't get him to be like, all right, cool, we doing it. Like this Saturday, I'm gonna be debating finding Abraham. That's definitive, bro. Right. Ain't no getting out of that. You know what I'm saying? The brother I'm gonna be debating, he gonna have to prove that he didn't exist, and I'm gonna prove that he did. That's clear. Ain't no, nah, that ain't what I meant. There ain't none of that going on. You know what I'm saying? So, matter of fact, check that out. That's gonna be this Saturday on the 30th at 7 p.m. for the audience watching. So, if y'all want to see Abraham be vindicated and verified, y'all need to come through. So.
Yeah, man. I hope that brother's intentions wasn't to come in here and sabotage that whole thing, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that brother, the brother we talking about, Greg Phillips, he understands that I do not want to have a conversation with you before the debate, because every time we have conversations, you take it somewhere else, and then the debate never happens. I just want to go debate. That's what's important. That's just get in the ring, hash this out, and go about our business. That's it.
Yeah, we can talk. Y'all can talk about that later after the fact.
I mean, I'm not even interested in that.
I mean, you want to talk so bad, brother. I'm just saying, man. You can talk after the fact.
You know what I'm saying? And our business and shit, separate ways. Boom, we good. Got that shit out the way. Boom. I'm straight.
Hey, man. Hey, listen, we gotta have a board meeting soon. I've been propositioned again, so I want to talk to you brothers about it. I already know how I feel about it, but
all right, let's go ahead and shut the stream down then. You know what I'm saying? We've been live about 2 hours. And I mean, if y'all want to go live later, we can, so we can have that board meeting.
Yo, Maharakar, man, what the hell you doing in here, brother?
He was trying to get at Gideon, man. I thought he was trying to cut him real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, Maharakar, man, what's going on? Where art thou?
He might have stepped away, brother.
Yeah.
He probably came in trying to cut Gideon. You know, so I had to step back. I'm gonna let it happen, like, man, because I can't put on.
All right, man. It's it makes it difficult, man. But yeah, man, we appreciate y'all tuning in, man. A lot of people was in the chat, boy.
That's what people tuned in. That's what consistency does for us. So when I'm gonna start doing, I'm gonna go ahead and buy Zoom. That way, Yashub can go live. You know what I'm saying? The other board members can go live at any time without having no password. Because with Zoom, I forget what it's called, brother. I don't know what it is, but like you can make somebody the designated person to go live. That's how they've been doing it. You know what I'm saying? So anybody can go live on that's in the board. So let's say I'm at work, you at work, and I don't know, Yashub D-Red want to go live. They just need like a little key or passcode, and boom, they in. They can go live and do a show. That way, content is being aired every day. The viewers are going to expect to see us every day, and that's going to keep the consistency and the growth of the channel, spiraling up.
Yeah, man. The whole thing with Zoom, as far as people trying to get on, with StreamYard, is just a link. Boom, you hit the link, you in there. With Zoom, you got to download Zoom onto your phone and your laptop, man. And you know what I'm saying? My phone already jammed up, man. I got 900 flyers in my phone and multitude of pictures and other stuff that I'm doing, music all over the place, man. I can't be downloading no damn Zoom, man. I don't know, man.
All right, we'll talk. It's not gonna be the stream. Primary. The stream not gonna be the primary, but I'm just saying, through the week, brothers can just.
Man, I don't think we should pay for both, man. Like we over exerting ourselves, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? The stream, the source got a budget, man.
I understand that, but our competitors, that's how our competitors do it. Yeah. They have StreamYard and they have Zoom. You know what I'm saying? And we'll just discuss it and look into it and, you know, go over whatever needs to be done.
Yeah.
You know? But what you want to close? What song you want to close out on, brother?
Yo, man, play Blessing, man.
That on your YouTube. Where's that at? Give me that link.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna send you the link right now.
We'll
I think it's on Maharakar's channel, man. Let me check real quick. That brother got like 9,000 videos on his damn channel.
Oh, let me what's that brother channel called? Something Ministry E330 E37
Army of Israel.
Oh yeah. They got some classic on there, man. I'm back in the gap. Army of Israel.
Hey Maharaka, you got you a new logo I see on that second video, huh? And you're working on the logo worlds. Yeah, just scroll down, man. You should see Blessing, man.
Is that a brand new song?
Yeah. It's newer than everything else we've been playing. Well, it came out right before I put it out right before the folds.
Hey, I'm just gonna search his channel, Blessing. All right, I'm pulling it up now. Yep, here it is right here. Oh yeah, I remember this. I seen you share this. All right, let me share my stream, man. We're gonna close it out. SUC in the building. Subscribe to the channel, hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be a part of this, be a judge or a debater, come to the Facebook group, the Source Debate League on Facebook, and leave a comment saying that I would like to be a judge or I would like to be a debater. Give your background information as far as what your perspective is, meaning are you a Muslim, are you an atheist, you know, Israelite, whatever. We trying to diversify the content and, you know, in the debates here. So just let us know. All right, let's close it out, fellas. As you see in the building, we out.
I've been sent here to do great things, amazing things, beautiful things, positive things, blessing things, healing things, loving things, happy things, for the rebuilding of the new world, the blessing of the world, to build the kingdom here of the Most High God here on earth. Blessings to you, sending you love and positive vibrations around the world. Blessings to you. You're welcome.
Most motivation, start with devastation. You must fall before you rise. They want a demonstration. I'm here to get it all. Right before I spend it all, the elder need to come and see the youth. They need to get involved. I want the finer things, in love with shiny things, descended from black royalty, so you can blame my veins. I just call it blessings. I got the right perspective. If I see myself going off, I'm just gonna change direction. I love the brotherhood with all the flaws of brotherhood. I ain't gotta say a damn word and know it's understood. Yeah, we make mistakes, but that's what make us great. Learn how to accept apology without acting fake. I know the pot is hot because your grudge bearing. A lot of niggas going blind because their son is staring. They on a mission to dim the light, we call it tail bearing. The law said thou should not covet, but he's still staring. And now I'm mortified with all the sins that multiply. Got your brother crying at the wall like a Mordecai. I'm really horrified. A lot of brothers are feminized. They really start to bug my damn nerves. I use pesticide.
Relearn and apply. Get your blessings from the Most High. Matthew 7:7, seek and you shall find. If you like, it shall be open wide. Blessings. Hey, get your blessings. Hey, Deuteronomy 28:2-3. All these blessings shall come upon thee. All these blessings shall overtake thee. Get your blessings, hearken unto thee. Blessed shall thou be in the field. Blessed Shoved out beating the city.
I push a Range Rover until the rain's over. Dying from an overdose of hate, man, he can't stay sober. But it's not the car, it's my spirit, man. Claiming that he show brotherly love, but he never does. There's no greater wealth than your family's health. Gather all the negativity and put it on the shelf. And it's nothing wrong when you have success. A father leave inheritance to his children, that man is blessed.
Unlearn, relearn, and apply. Get your blessings from the Most High. Matthew 7:7, seek and you shall find. If you lack, it shall be open wide. Blessings, hey, get your blessings, hey. Deuteronomy 28:2-3. All these blessings shall come upon thee. All these blessings shall overtake thee. Get your blessings, hearken unto thee. Blessed shall thou be in the field. Blessed shall thou be in the city.
Seven Gang, Cold Coast Gorillas. We out.
SC, man. Source Gang. We out.